Thank you for watching avivTarot, and today we are going to do a pretty fun pick a card reading. It was actually suggested by one of the audiences, probably, I'm hoping he is a subscriber. I think I'm saying it's he because the name he said is Adam. So Adam, that's for you. But if you're a she and you just use a boy's name, then that's cool. All right, so the topic is that who is going to approach you out of the blue? So like a surprise encounter. That's how I see it. Okay. So what I did is that I actually pick out a few tarot cards to give you like an analysis of the situation, and then who might be approaching you. And I'm thinking it'll be like within a few months. So it's like sometime pretty quickly, instead of well, usually my reading, I would say it would just only be within a year or so, just because I really think our energy shifts and changes, and when you do, you would pick a different card, probably be attracted to a different pile, perhaps, right? And based on how you feel and what's happening around you. So anyways, my readings are all timeless, and so whenever you encounter this video, it will just be from that time that you saw the video on. Okay, so it would be around 2 to 3 months up to a year. All right, so first of all, I started doing these general messages to everybody, and today I picked it out from the Work Your Light Oracle cards, and 2 cards fell out. So let's see what we have. Okay, the first card is don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Okay. So what I see is that, see how this person is like, covering her eyes. I just feel like, the time right now, everybody always want to fit in, because, you don't want to stand out. Sometimes it's hard to stand out. You get criticized. If it's a good thing, you get lots of compliments and people love you. But then if you stand out, sometimes you get jealous. People like say bad things about you, criticize you. And then this time of age, where if you put things on social media, you have like strangers that you don't even know attacking you, right? And so you just kind of want to fit in. But I really think that you need to embrace, this is what I feel, you need to embrace the uniqueness about yourself. Okay, so if you don't know what's unique about yourself, that's what you need to find out. Okay. What does people compliment you the most about? Like, the things that people always say first when they see you. If it's a bad thing, ignore it, okay? I mean, like, good things that people say when they see you. And then, or, they'll be like, this is why I love about you, that kind of thing. So, that kind of things that people always say, you get repeatedly people saying it to you. And I would say that would be what makes you special, right? And use it to your advantage, right? And then over here at the Age of Light, you've been training for this for lifetimes. And I think when you learn that you are unique and you are lovable and you are you, that nobody else can be who you are. It takes forever for me to learn that, and I'm still in the process of loving myself more and accepting myself, who I am, and there are certain things that I could never change about me, and I just have to live with it. And the thing is, like, I think I mentioned in like previous videos that I was in class once, and the teacher was saying that perfection doesn't make us feel close to this other person. Because if you're so perfect, that actually creates distance, right? Because it's almost like, oh, you're so good, I'm so bad, like we can't be friends, right? Or we can't be whatever. But our flaws are things that make us special. And our flaws are what make other people relate to you. Because it's like when they see that flaw, they'll be like, oh my God, I have that same flaw. Or I do the same thing. And you connect instantly, right? And so I think that's what you need to find. And then once you do that, I think you already know what you wanted to do. Because, sometimes, like, if you don't even know who you are, how do you know what you wanted to do? Like, you're so confused. And I think the first step is really understand yourself and know what you love, know what triggers you, know what you hate. And then once you know that, you'll be able to know what things make you happy, and then that would be the thing that you want to go and pursue, right? And then that's when you're ready. Like, really, we have it already in us, but we're so like accustomed to hiding it and just ignoring it. That's why I think this card is just confirming or affirming that you know it, you have the skill already. You just have to become aware of it and then use it. Okay, so that is the general message for everybody. And then see how this relates to the rest of the cards, all right? Then we'll go to pile number 1. Okay, so I use the Lenormand cards again. And the Lenormand cards, I actually ask who is going to approach you out of the blue, okay? Your surprise encounter. Who is this person? So we have 3 possibilities. The first one is the bouquet of flowers, the tree, and the stork. Okay, so, and then I have, for pile number 1, 2 tarot cards fell out, so I took both of them. Okay, so we'll take a look at that, I guess, now. Okay, so the first one is Queen of Pentacles, and then there's the Page of Pentacles, but in reverse. This one is upright. So the tarot cards will give you like a general message about this encounter, and then these are the specific people that you might be encounter, like 2 to 3 months up to like a year or so. Okay, so let's see who you'll meet. So for stork is all about like change. I feel like it's somebody who someone that might be a little fickle, or somebody who changes a lot, change their mind a lot, or they change their location. They're always on the run, maybe. And then stork, look at their legs. They're super long legs. So it could be somebody with really nice long legs, okay? Whether it's a guy or a girl, somebody with long legs, somebody who probably moves around a lot, I feel. A lot of change in their lives. And it could also be, that somebody who's very slender, very refined, graceful, sophisticated, okay? Somebody who might be a little bit frail as well. So, like, that's what the stork what I see in the stork. And then for the tree, it's all about longevity, okay? And it's about ancestry. So it could be like family, friends, family, like from, I don't know, extended family, or and like people that you haven't talked to for a very long time, who might be like related to you but not necessarily like super close in blood, but like extended family, might be coming to you and chatting to you, like coming towards you. And it could also be somebody who's like between the age of 30s and 40s, and with green and hazel eyes, okay? So or somebody who loves nature, green, they love trees, right? Look at this. And maybe somebody who loves like being in the outdoor. I see this as like a little farm field type of thing, okay? So it's like that. And then the third choice is somebody who is probably really into art, or they're maybe they're a florist, okay? That's like a literal thing. But bouquet of flower also means like designers, fashion people, decorator, makeup artist, anyone who's like an artist, I would say, or deals with art, okay? So like makeup artist, as I was saying, like beautician, designer, model, interior, actor, whatever, what have you, okay? And it's somebody who's probably really good looking, okay? Very good looking, attractive, really attractive, okay? And maybe very artsy as well, okay? So that is somebody that might be approaching you out of the blue, okay? So for this reading, it's either people that you haven't been talking to for a long time, or it's just like somebody new, okay? So that's what I feel. And then now let's take a look at these two cards, okay? So Page of Pentacles, if we take a look at this person, okay, it's a female, but she's holding on this pentacles. So is the queen. The queen is holding on to the pentacles as well. But the queen is not as happy. Like, she's a little bit more like subtle facial expression, but look at her. She's like satisfied, right? She's examining the pentacles. So is the queen. So I feel like there's a common thread over here is about examining things, focusing on something. But the thing is that Page of Pentacles came in reverse. So maybe you are a little bit out of focus, a little bit scattered right now, like you don't know what you wanted to do. Okay, so which is maybe it goes back to this, like you want to fit in, but it's really hard to make yourself do something that you're not, right? Really, like I think be yourself really is the easiest thing to do. But then you can't be yourself if you don't know yourself. So it's all these like interconnected things, right? So really look at the details. Really look, analyze, and see the things that you like. I mean, like really see it, okay? Things that you sometimes might have ignored and not noticed, okay? So take a notice of things and then focus on yourself. Like really, like look at, both of them are looking down at the pentacles towards themselves, okay? So they're like, it's telling you to focus on yourself. And the situation of this is that I feel maybe that's how, when you are in the process of trying to focus on yourself, finding who you are, working on yourself, and these people will come into your life, and maybe they'll try to teach you something. Maybe you'll have a relationship with one of these people, or all of them, who knows? But yeah, that's what I see in this group. So today we're not really doing like what will happen after the encounter, okay? So it's just like these people will come into your life. These might be the people that you'll encounter, or you'll communicate again, that type of things, okay? So so the message really is that you need to focus on yourself, because this is out of the blue. This is out of your control, okay? Whether they come or not, or leave, but this is in your control, okay? The tarot cards is a message for the pile number one, people that you might be a little bit scattered right now. You're focusing too much on the outside things when you're supposed to really look deep down inside of you and enjoy who you are. And maybe you should go out into like the wilderness or something, right? And just like spend a little bit of time alone and see what it is that you like. And also because it's the pentacle suit, so I do have to mention that it is about finance and work. So maybe right now you might be a little bit struggling with finance too, and or work situation. And so maybe that is something that it needs to be your priority at right now, to solve whatever things that you are encountering at work, right? And then maybe while you're doing this, these people will come into your rescue, or you'll meet these people while doing these things, okay? And you'll have like a beautiful relationship develop from it. So that is what I see for pile number 1. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Okay, so pile number 2, you only get 1 tarot card. Okay, so the lenormand cards is who will be approaching you. So I'm gonna describe each of the cards, like the kind of person that you might encounter, or people who you once knew but kind of out of your life, and now they're gonna come back, maybe talk to you, and because it's out of the blue, right? So surprise encounter, so like things that you are not expecting. So that's what the lenormand cards I'm using it for. It's who will be approaching you. And then the tarot cards is about the situation, like the message about the situation, a message for you, and things that maybe you need to work on in order for these things to happen, like these people to come into your life. Okay, so you got the Hermit. I have to say, like, Hermit, as you know, is all about wisdom. It's about finding the truth, walking the path, being alone. Okay, so look at this person. It's like he's in the middle, like, of the night, walking through this path. It's like a beautiful path, like in between 2 mountains, and then like there's some water and stuff like that. So he traveled very far, and he traveled alone, holding just the lamp and his rod, right? And there's like a jewelry right here in the middle, and it's like your heart chakra place. So I think this person is seeking what it is that they love, they want, right? Wisdom, not just like here intelligence, wisdom, like the crown chakra things, but like what do you truly want deep down inside your heart, which is, I think it very fits very well with the general message that we got today, that don't try to fit in. Find out who you are, find who you want to be and what you want to do. And Hermit is all about that, right? Wisdom, finding your way, finding your path, and lighting the path for others, guiding others as well. Okay, so I think once you're on this path, searching for whatever truth that you're searching for, whether it is about yourself, finding yourself, or something that you're passionate about, these people will come into your life. And so let's take a look at what the characteristics of these people. It could be 3 different people, or there's one person with the 3 like the personalities of these 3 cards. Okay, so the first one is the Crossroad. So to me, Crossroad is about decision making, right? It's about trying to figure out choices, right? And so I feel like the first thing that came into my mind is like this person might be a little bit indecisive, a little bit, but also this person could be, not that they're indecisive, but they might be at a point in their life that they need to decide on the things that they like, which path they want to take. And this is where you come in, because you're the Hermit, right? And you're seeking the truth, and you're guiding others. So you've already been there, done that, and maybe you are trying to give this person a little bit of advice, right? Or vice versa. This person has already been through this decision making point, right? And then now they're helping you on your path. Okay, and not so. Also, it's about like tourists. So you might be going, maybe you'll be traveling, or somebody who's traveling, and then you might meet them like that. Okay, a hiker, somebody who is like a diplomat, but mediator, a life coach. Okay, so I think or you know, somebody who loves nature, like in trees. It reminds me a little bit of the park feeling as well, because there's like a little bridge over here, right? But in general, the first thing that came into my mind is about the indecisiveness of the card, because it's a path, right? A fork in the road. So now the second card is the Scythe. Okay, so Scythe to me is somebody who's very witty, very quick. They are very good with their words. They're very cutting. Not only that, it could also be like doctors or surgeons, somebody who works with knives. Okay, anyone who works with knives. So it could be like a butcher, a butcher. But somebody who's very intelligent, I think. Somebody who's kind of curvy but also slim, because you know, see how it's like curvy over here but then it's like slim, right? So I would think that's pretty attractive, right? Curvy and slim at the same time. That's pretty nice. And also somebody might be having like a little bit of a scar on their body somewhere. They have scars, visible scars that you can actually see it. Somebody who's very edgy, right? Short hair. But there's also these grass or wheat or something in the back, so maybe like a farmer too, you know, somebody who does agriculture. I think that might be also relevant for this card. And then we got the tree again. Number one got the tree. So the tree is about longevity, about ancestry, about like friends, family, right? So it might be somebody who this one will be somebody that you might know. I feel like it's somebody, because it's about family and friends. So it could be somebody who's related to you, or like related but like really far out in the line, so extended family. They might be reaching out to you. Somebody who is in their 30s or 40s, somebody with like green eyes, where they love the color green. This is a little bit different tree than the pile number one tree. To me, this tree is a little bit more bare, because it's like more visible and it's just a tree and nothing else. It's like plain nothing in the close near distance as far as the eyes can see. So I feel like maybe this person is a bit secluded, right? But definitely very wise. They know a lot of things. Okay, so which I think it connects really well with the Hermit. Somebody who's very smart, very good with words, wisdom, a friend, a family, extended family. So like while you're on your path, you're gonna encounter these people. Or it is that while you're going on about like finding your truth, finding your path, okay, you'll be able to meet these people who might be helping you, or who you will be helping. Okay, and like I said, to pile number one, people that probably a very beautiful relationship will develop out of it. And when I say relationship, it's not necessarily always romantic relationship. It could just be friendship, right? Family is, you know, reconciling with family, extended family or something like that. That could be a possibility as well. Okay, so that is what I see for pile number two. And because today I didn't draw any cards about like what will happen after the encounter, okay, maybe we could do that as a separate video if you guys are interested. But I just feel like because one of the audiences suggest this, so we just do the who you'll encounter, and then let it unfold and see what happens, right? Because I think that's kind of cute, beautiful, like sometimes the unpredictable things, right? All right, so that's what I see for pile number two. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel, and share with me if any of these people that showed up in your life when you started on your path as a hermit, okay, seeking wisdom. All right, bye guys. I'll see you in the next video. All right, pile number 3, you also got one card of the tarot, and it's the Ten of Swords reverse, which is pretty good. And then I drew 3 Lenormand cards, and as I was saying to number 1 and 2, that the Lenormand cards, I asked them for the kind of person that you will be encountering, who will be approaching you out of the blue. It could be somebody that you know already, it could be complete stranger, okay, and some kind of relationship will probably develop, and while you are working on this. So the tarot card is like a general message of things that to look out for, to work on, and while you're doing this, these people will probably show up in your life, okay? Maybe you have something to teach them, maybe they have something that they want to teach you. All right, so first of all, so Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords, when it's reverse, I personally think it's a good card, because that means all of the swords are falling off of you, and so you're rising up again, and so you're coming back up. You are no longer defeated. Okay, so I feel like for pile number 3 people, maybe you were in a situation where you felt defeated, betrayed, you felt stabbed, and maybe it was really hard to get out of that energy. It was really hard to move on. But I think you're finally ready to move on, to take the sword out of you and to rise up again, okay? And be who you are. And I feel like it also ties really well with these 2 cards that we draw as the general message at the very beginning, where you need to don't dim your light to fit in, and you are ready because you've been training all your life for whatever it is that you're seeking and looking. And so like finally you're coming into realization that you don't want to fit in, you don't care, right? Even if like no matter how hard you try, people like jealous people or whoever will always do like you. It's hard to avoid bad things happening, but then keep going is what's more important. Like don't let these like bad things defeat you, and that you can never like move on again. The fact that you can stand up and learn from the experience and become a better and stronger person is what's most important, right? All right, so I think while you're working on that, getting back up, okay, putting everything back into motion, you will be encountering these people, and they might be helping you or you might be helping them. It might be a mutual thing. It might be one giving a little bit more than taking, it could be either way. So the first one is the Cloud. Okay, so Cloud to me is this person might be a little bit moody, a little bit mysterious, foggy, hard to see through because of the gray. This person might be a little gray, which I think it might be nice. They don't see things black and white. They kind of stand in the middle ground a little bit, and they might be a little bit pessimistic too. They might be a little bit of a pessimist. Maybe they have a little bit of depression too. They might have like hazel or blue eyes, and maybe they have like salt and pepper hair color because of this 2 color tone, right? Or just doesn't have to be salt and pepper, but maybe they have like their hair color have like 2 different colors as well, or maybe like their eyes changes color like to one or the other, right? So, but the most important thing is I feel like this person is a little bit moody, a little bit hard to guess, a little bit hard to tell what their feeling is. They might be a little bit depressed, hard to please, a little bit pessimist, and which I feel like you probably will be the one that's kind of like cheering them on because you're the stronger one, right? You let the swords fall out of your body and you move on. And so that's that. But sometimes, being too optimistic is not that good either. So it's good to have somebody that sees this bad side as well and to warn you, so that you will foresee what might happen so you can prevent it. So it's always good. And number 12 is a birds. card, and birds are about chattering, about communication. And look at, there's like 4 birds, my goodness. So lots of like communication, lots of chattering. But birds could also be, it's a good thing and also a bad thing. Might be a really gossipy person too, somebody who's like gossipy, so you might want to be careful what you say to this person. Or you might get a lot of information from this person because they're so gossipy. They're very informative. They're full of information and they pass things on. But, you know, sometimes when you get this kind of information, maybe you want to filter it a little bit before you pass it on to other people, because you don't know the truth of how much truth is in what they say, right? It could be somebody who's like a DJ who does like music type of like music related careers or something like that. Somebody with very sharp eye, somebody who works with speech or like communication type of thing, like public relations, a presenter, speaker, very good with speaking skill, like a communicator, a mediator, negotiator, right? Social worker, all these people who are very, very good at communicating and talking to people. But they might have like a really gossipy side, who knows, or yeah, that. But, or maybe like you're like trying to get up and they're very good with words and they give you like words of encouragement, right? And you need like friends, like you will learn new communication skills. Somebody who's very good at communicating will come into your life or come back into your life. If it's somebody that you know already. So ship is all about foreign, something traveling, right? Something on the water. So this person might be somebody who loves to travel. They travel a lot. Or it could be somebody who's like an immigrant, and they might have like brown hair, olive skin, very rough physique, like a sailor, right? So somebody who travel a lot, somebody who's foreign. So it doesn't matter it depends on where you are to determine who that foreign is. So if you're in Asia, anybody who's not from Asia would be foreign, right? But if you're in America, people who are like those tourists or who are like the immigrants or something, those people will be considered foreign, right? So it's kind of relative, but definitely somebody who travels a lot. And I feel like somebody who travels a lot has a lot of, they've seen the world, have lots of things to tell, to share, and they probably experience a lot of things that, you know, good and bad things. And so while you're working on getting yourself back up, these are the kind of people that you might meet. And some people will, and some of them will be helping you, and some of them might need your help for them to grow and become a better person. Okay, so today we didn't draw any cards of, you know, what is going to happen after you encounter this person, but these are the people that will come to you out of the blue. Okay, so just, you know, keep an eye out while you're working on yourself, getting up and stuff like that. And so that's what I see for pile number 3. And don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.